realized I set the camera up to film making breakfast, and then I don't think I actually filmed any of the making breakfast. So the waffles, eggs, and fruit. Okay. This morning was a little bit loud and crazy, but now it's quiet, so I'm taking advantage and I am cleaning stuff up. I was thinking for the loud truck outside. Wait, is it garbage day? No, it's not. And I was thinking for today's video that I want to do reacting to your guys' assumptions about me. This was a trend probably like 5 years ago, and I did a couple other versions of this video. I did like reacting to assumptions about me, reacting to assumptions about my marriage and my parenting, I think. So here we are 5 years later to do another version. So I have those like things from you guys that I will do as I'm getting ready. But before we get into that, I did want to say thank you to Blue Land for sponsoring today's video. I got some new products from them and I'm so excited. If you guys haven't ever heard of them, they are people and planet friendly. There's no single-use plastic in any of like their products or components. So I got these little dishwasher pods, and it's nice. It comes in like this little thing. So you just keep this forever and then order like refills. I have the packaging. This is like what they came in. Is this the right one? Yeah, dishwasher. So then you can just like reorder these. But their products are effective. They're affordable. I also got these laundry ones. I have really tried to pare down everything since moving, like be very intentional with the products that I'm bringing into my home. I don't want to have a lot of clutter. I don't want to have a lot of extra stuff. So if any of you guys are trying to simplify, this is a good option that's like a little bit more sustainable. I think they were on Shark Tank actually. So this is the for like the cleaner, multi-surface cleaner. So you keep this bottle forever and then just have like these little tablets that you put in it. But they give me a link to you guys if you want to get 15% off of your first kit. And you can get extra savings when you like buy in bulk or if you sign up for the subscription. So it's convenient, you can customize it. And you guys know I'm a sucker for like any beautiful type of packaging, just like minimal, clean, and simple. So these are my vibe. And you guys know I love the pastels. I also got this hand soap. But I'm gonna let this like dissolve for a second and then spray my countertops because they're so dirty. Clean up and take advantage of having a quiet house for a little bit. Into the first one. So it says you just started drinking alcohol. I talked about, where did I talk about this? Like TikTok maybe? Or no, was it someone's podcast? I don't know. But as you guys know, I did not drink for like a really long time. Like I had tried alcohol. There's a lot of trauma in my life around alcohol. So I made that decision when I was young that I was just like not interested in that. And I think it's been about 2 years since I decided I feel differently about it. And I wanted to really take time to like navigate what that looked like in that journey for me. So I mean, there's so many things in my life that I just keep private and don't like share about immediately. So I feel like that was one of them. I posted a TikTok of me like at the bar a day or so after I did it. I was at a bar with my friends the first time that I ever really like drank. I don't know, I feel like there's been a couple things over the years that I've like posted and shared, but I haven't fully been like, here's my journey with this. But where I'm at right now and where I think I'll be probably for like a long time is on a special occasion I will have a drink, but typically I don't like do it often. And I feel like that's where I need to stick to, just because I feel like that is what makes the most sense for me. And I do feel like I have a really addictive personality, so I just don't want to be in a place where I ever feel like I need to have it more. Like I totally understand the concept of like social drinking and stuff like that. Like I used to just not understand it at all, but now that I know that it makes you feel like just makes things a little bit easier, I get it. So I understand that, but I just don't think that that's a good habit for me because there's just a lot of trauma. Next one says you're an incredible mother and you're showing your girls what a strong woman looks like. I hope that's how my girls see me. Obviously it's such a difficult decision to decide to end your marriage, but I mean I look up to my mom in so many ways, even though, you know, obviously I'm not living the exact same story, but there are a lot of similarities. As much as I feel like everything worked out the way that it was meant to and she's like so happy now, I do feel bad for her that it was like long, like really long, just so much longer than it should have been. So I hope that my girls can grow up and have an understanding of that I really tried, and I want to teach them that we should accept a much higher standard of love. So I think this assumption is true. Next one says you're having a hard time healing. Honestly, this is true too. Like I've never really it's like I have been through something like this, but not really at the same time. I definitely feel like I do not know where to go from here, how to continue my life normally, and even like posting on social media. Like when you're so up and down, it's kind of hard to decide what to post because you can be like literally hysterical one day and then feel fine the next, which is exactly what has happened to me. If you have seen my TikToks from the past week, I was not okay. And today I'm feeling better. So I feel like it's really, that makes it hard to feel authentic when it's like up and down because they're just so opposite, but like that's just the reality of how it is. But it feels weird to like be going through something so heavy and then also show like the good parts because it feels like those good parts are not real, even though like there are obviously lots of moments where I feel a little bit better. I don't know if that made sense, but you love being a girl mom. I do love being a girl mom. I think my girls are the best girls in the entire world. I'm so lucky to be their mom. You, the cutest baby ever. I love you. You're sitting up so big. I feel like I'm just such a girl's girl and I love having daughters. I really do. I always wanted to have daughters. You're very type A/OCD. I have actually been on OCD TikTok lately and I'm like, wait, do I have this? So I don't know, possibly, but I'm definitely super type A, especially as I've gotten older and become a mom. Like there's so much going on in my brain that I really need to be like structured with what I'm doing and like plan everything. I need to be organized. I can't handle a lot of clutter. I always would kind of like joke that it's my way or the highway, and I do definitely feel that a lot. Like obviously if I can have my way, I want to have my way. Who doesn't? But more so I feel like how I am is just there's this issue or this thing we need to figure out. Let's have a conversation about it. Tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think. And then let's make a plan and then just follow through and do that thing. I feel like that's kind of how I am, more so than like everything needs to be exactly my way. If I want it my way, I do, but more so I just want it done and want like the follow through of you actually did it, whether it was your way or my way. You know what I mean? So the next one kind of goes with that. It says people think you're controlling, but really you know what you want and won't settle for less. I definitely feel like I can come off as controlling because I have a very dominant personality, and I 1000% feel like I could have some controlling tendencies. But again, I feel like it's more so I just feel like sometimes with life and certain people and whatever, like if you don't make something happen, it's not gonna happen. And so then it comes off as controlling when really it's like you were open to the conversation of what should this look like? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you want to be in charge? Whatever. And then when things don't happen unless you do them, it comes off as controlling because it's like, well, she always wants her way, but like nothing else would ever get done. So she's gonna do it. And if she's gonna do it, it's gonna be her way. You've gotten more progressive as you've gotten older. I do feel like I've always been pretty progressive. Obviously I'm from Utah, so I was very against I don't even really feel like it's a Utah thing. It's more of like just trauma that I've been through, but I was against like drinking or smoking or whatever for a very long time. So I'm more progressive in that way now that I'm like more open to those things. I am really glad that I waited until I was older to have any experiences with those. I was like 26, I think. And I just feel like that worked out well for me because I felt like I could make more educated decisions on what I was doing versus like being really young. So I feel like I've gotten more progressive in that way. But again, I don't feel like it's because I thought those things were like actually, I wasn't against them in the way of like a conservative person is. I feel like I was against them for like a different reason. But other than that, I feel like I've always been really open to everything. And when you grow up in a small town and you're only around like certain things, maybe I had things in my head when I was younger that were like not as progressive because like it's kind of all you know, especially growing up in Utah where people are really conservative. And I've always wanted to be like, no, I don't have to think the same as you. Like I'm gonna think opposite of you just to show you that I can. And so a lot of that also ties into like not being conservative and being more progressive. But I also grew up in a home where like my mom's pretty progressive in that way and was always supportive of like LGBTQ, like all that type of different stuff. I feel like it's kind of what I'm referring to. Next question, speaking of LGBTQ, you are exploring your sexuality post-divorce as you should, queen. True. I've actually said before in like multiple videos that I don't, maybe not multiple videos, I can only think of like one video for sure. Like I said in a Q&A like last year that I don't really label my sexuality. You don't really mean you'd never get married again. You're just really jaded right now. I feel like this is not true. I genuinely do not think that I will ever get legally married again. If I met someone and was like, wow, you're my soulmate, like we both want to be together forever, then great. But to get legally married, I just don't really agree with that concept at this point in my life. Obviously I am very jaded because I was married. Like you get married thinking you're gonna be married forever. I just don't like when I think about the vows and everything, I just can't imagine loving someone enough to like follow through with those vows. But in my head, it's because they didn't follow through with them first. And so then it's like, why would I have to do that, you know? I just don't think that getting legally married is for me. But if I wanted to have like a life partner and we knew we wanted to be together, then I'm not completely opposed to that idea. I really, really, really do not want to get legally married ever again. I think that I'm just not a very traditional person. Obviously, I got married young and I had kids young, and I did that because that was just like, well, I mean, I wanted to do that, but also it's like the culture you grow up in when it's just so common, you don't like think as deeply about it, and you're not old enough to know that it's okay to wait. I don't even know if any of this video is making sense. I have like a lot of anxiety this week, so I'm feeling better, but I feel like my brain is just so like, I don't know. You low-key want to find a rebound, but keep it private. If you would have asked me a few days ago, I would have said no. Today, I would say maybe. Okay, we had an important phone call. We had to stop the video. You're completely different than the persona you've crafted online. I don't think this is true. I think that if you know me as a friend, you obviously know me on like a deeper level. Sometimes I feel like, wow, nobody really like knows the full, just like knows who I really am. Like, I don't know why I think that sometimes. And then I'll go through and like watch my content, or even like watching my old content like I was doing earlier, because I know the way that I can be perceived as like really bossy and like whatever. And so then I'll go back and watch my old stuff and I'm like, wait, a little, but like, no, I'm just a girl. I don't know. I don't think that I'm completely different. I do think you can get to know me on a deeper level, obviously, if we are like friends in real life. And that again just helps to kind of humanize someone more, but I would not say that I am completely different. Next assumption, you take shit from no one, and I'm living for that. I feel like that is true. It is true, always been true, always will be true. You put a lot of thought into parenting and raising your girls. I definitely do this, especially raising daughters, wanting to make sure I'm doing the absolute best that I can to raise strong women in this world when men just ruin it so much for everyone. I do put a lot of thought into it. And especially, I mean, they're obviously so young right now, you still have to be what's the word? You still have to be thinking about all of those type of things, like literally from the beginning, and just what you're teaching them from a young age. But I definitely do put a lot of thought into that, and I feel like there's always room to do that even more and grow and do better. And I feel like every day is just a new start to try and be even better for them. But I do really, really hope that they feel like I was a mother who raised them to be strong and independent and not be like people pleasers and know how to say no and go after things that they want. But next one, you're not actually this mean girl everyone makes you out to be. I feel like this is true, because sometimes I will see comments saying like, oh, she has mean girl energy, and I'm like, oh, I get that I do. And like I said, when you have a really strong like dominant personality, I'll say what I think and how I feel, and so I feel like that can come across as like a mean girl, but I definitely would not say that I'm a mean girl. But I know that mean girls would not admit to being mean girls, but that's definitely not how I am. I think it's just the bluntness of my personality, but that's different than like literally being like mean and ill intentioned. You're insecure about the way you look, so you've had work done. I would not describe myself as an insecure person. I feel like if I'm being really technical, then I would maybe say like, oh, I was insecure about my nose, so I got a nose job. But that word, I just don't resonate with that word. Like, I just didn't like it, and so I got a nose job because I felt like it. If you haven't seen any of those videos, I think I got it like 8 years ago. What else? I've had Botox. I love Botox. Again, that's not because I'm insecure, it's because I just feel like getting it. I just got composite bonding on my teeth. I wasn't really insecure about my teeth, so we're still trying to figure out why I did that. I don't know. I still have like adjustments I need to make to my teeth, but that word just does not like resonate with me, so I would say no. You're from a super rich family. This is also not true. I think that there was I know there was like better times and worse times. So like as a child, I feel like my parents didn't tell me if like, hey, we're doing really good right now, or like, hey, we're not doing so good right now. But we definitely always had everything that we needed. My dad was he worked in construction, and so my battery's gonna die. Basically we had like a very nice, amazing house, but he did a lot of trade and like stuff like that, but we definitely always had everything that we needed. But I picked this one because I've seen somebody comment on TikTok before, like that I was like raised in a mansion or something, and then somebody else was like, no, her mom was like a single mom for a long time, or like something. Like, it's kind of just so funny to have so much of your life online, because people will like kind of remember things wrong sometimes. Like sometimes I'll get comments and people will be like, oh, remember this and this, and I'm like, no, you for sure are mixing me up with someone else. People would comment something like that, and then you would read it and like think that that was real. Like if they said, oh no, like her mom was a single mom, she was a married single mom. But anyways, my family was not super rich. I think it was kind of like up and down, but again, I was very fortunate to always have what I needed. And I also started making money when I was like 14 or 15. Last one, there's a lot you haven't told us, which I respect 1,000%. Yes, there's definitely so much of my life that I don't share for my own peace and mental health. So for the people who respect that, I appreciate that. If there are people who don't, then I know there's so much that comes with like sharing your life online, but I don't know. I just feel like if people don't talk about something, then like you probably shouldn't talk about it. Now I have talked about my divorce and whatever. So yeah, there's definitely still like a lot of my life that I don't share and that I won't share to protect people and my peace. Anyways, my camera's gonna die. So that is gonna be the end of this video. Hopefully I'll like have the energy and mental clarity enough for a regular vlog soon. Today I just wanted to like sit and chat, and I like chatty videos anyways, but I love you guys. I hope you like this video. There's a million assumptions, so if you want part 2, then let me know. But don't forget to check out Blue Land and use my code for 15% off your first kit.